Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 season is on the air. Today's date is May 1st. This is our first game in the month of May. We are at the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome for a big American League matchup between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Minnesota Twins. The Brewers come into this game a record of 11-8, 3 games above 500. The Twins are at 500, 11-11, right in the middle right now of that American League West, which right now pretty much that division is pretty much up for grabs. But we got a long way to go here. We're now just entering the second month of the baseball season, into the month of May. So we should have a good matchup tonight, hopefully, as these two teams will go at each other. And we still got some other teams we still got to see yet before we go into a second schedule block. So let's see what we got tonight. Brian B., XSG2, Ben Witz, and Hardwood Heaven join us here at the Metrodome. The Brewers historically won this game 8-4. They had 12 hits and no errors. The Twins had 6 hits and no errors. But we all know that Inside Pitch has a mind of its own, especially where these dice are concerned. So, as we get set and ready to go, let's go into the second month of baseball, and let's get started. Starting pitcher for the Minnesota Twins, Frank Viola, future Met. 7 wins, 15 losses, a 5.49 ERA. He had an 83. Tough season for him. We are at the HHH Metrodome. This was a neutral park, might favor hitters, 147 home runs, no right to strikeouts, +1 to walks. So everyone is set and ready, and we should have an exciting matchup tonight as the Brewers take the field. And yes, before we do that, Of course, we lost. Bob Uecker, broadcast. Not a great player, no, but one of the greatest broadcasters of all time, and yes, one of the greatest ambassadors of baseball. I'm pretty sure every one of you in the chat will admit that he was one of the best broadcasters ever, and of course, one of the best ambassadors of the game. And fitting that we actually have the Milwaukee Brewers on the board tonight. So I will give a 10-second moment of silence for the passing of Bob Uecker. Thank you very much. He is also up there now with the other great ones, such as Ralph Kiner, Vin Scully, Lindsey Nelson, of course, my personal favorite, Bob Murphy. I'm sure we all admit that all of those guys were the best announcers ever. Rick Query, Kevin 01SH now joins us here at the Metrodome. So, and of course, Ernie Harwell carries. There's just so many. There are not many good ones left. So leading off for the Brewers will be the third baseman, Paul Molitor, and I think Hall of Famer, absolutely, and I think one of the best of all time. 270 average, 15 homers, 47 RBIs, and 83. We're going to use brown, white, and powder blue dice. Twins are the home team. A good matchup here at the Metrodome. And we are set and ready. Here comes a big matchup. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if Bob Uecker can help his Brewers to a victory. Viola, 1-5. That's a walk +10. And just like that, it's going to be a ball 4 to Molitor. So Molitor draws the leadoff walk. First walk given up by Viola. He had 85 of them in 83. Next batter is the shortstop, Hall of Famer, Robin Yount, one of the best shortstops ever. 308 average, 17 homers, 80 RBIs in 83. So let's see here. Strategy roll from Molitor. He had 41 stolen bases. He's not getting any here. Viola, 2-6. That's a pitcher result. The 10 is high. Yount, a 6-2, and against the lefty, it's a ground ball to third. 2-1-2. Second base pivot, Castino, a 0. A 1-2, it's a double play. No, Molitor will get thrown out at second base. Yount will make it to first on the fielder's choice. So 1 down. And that will bring up the first baseman, Cecil Cooper. Does anybody have a problem if I say Cecil Cooper was a heck of a player? 307 average, 30 homers, 126 RBIs that year. Doug Hunt joins us here at the Metrodome. Strategy roll for Yount. He's staying put. Viola, 2-1. Walk plus 10? No, that's going to be high. Cooper, 1-5. It's a base hit to right field. Yount got great speed. Base runner 5. A single to right -2, 1-3. He will make third. Cooper thinking about going for second. His base running rating is a 3, but he'll put on the brakes and head back to first. So a single for Cooper. And that will bring up the catcher, Ted Simmons, Hall of Famer. 308 average, 13 homers, 108 RBIs in 83. They're going to go ahead and, let's see. They're going to play the infield back, try to turn the 2. Strategy, nothing on the 6. Cooper stays put. Viola, a 1-5. That's a walk plus 10. That will walk Simmons. So already Viola showing one of the reasons why he had a 5.49 ERA that year. And the second walk given up by Viola. And that will bring up the center fielder, Gorman Thomas, 209 average, 22 homers, 69 RBIs. Gorman Thomas will be on the Cleveland Indians later in 1983. He is a Brewer tonight. Bases loaded here. Bases loaded here at the Metrodome, and there is only one out. They're going to stay in double play depth. Strategy, nothing on the 19. Thomas gets the bunt sign. He says, "Are you kidding? I'm swinging." Viola, 1-1, error on a grounder. Thomas, 5-5. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second. That ball is hit to Castino. His error rating is a 3. That's a 2. It's going to go through his legs, and everyone will be safe, and Yount will score. That's going to be an E4 on John Castino. That's an error on a grounder. Yount will score. Cooper to third. Simmons to second. Thomas to first. 1-0 Brewers here in the top of the first inning. So already an error. And the Twins didn't have any errors in the game historically. But a bad play by John Castino. And he can't make it. So still 1 out. And now we'll see the left fielder, Ben Oglivie. I always thought Oglivie was a solid player also. 280 average, 13 homers, 66 RBIs. This Brewers lineup doesn't stink. They're going to stay in infield at double play depth. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 15. Viola will pitch. Viola, 2-4. Against the lefty, it's a blank. Oglivie, 3-2 against the lefty. It's a fly ball to left field. Going after that will be Gary Ward. He will make the catch for out number 2. Oglivie, sacrifice fly of 3. Hit the left +1 is a 4. No. Cooper's got to do it on his own. Cooper, base runner 3. Ward, a 0 arm, 1-3. And he will score. Cooper will come in. He'll do it on his own, as Oglivie can't get the automatic. But it's going to be 2-0 Brewers. Stadium groans. So sacrifice fly for Oglivie. And now 2 outs. And it will bring up the designated hitter, Don Money. 149 average, a homer, and 8 RBIs. He only played in 43 games for the Brew Crew that year. Runners at first and second. Strategy, nothing on the 12. Viola will pitch. 5-5 against a righty. It's a blank. Money, a 3-6, and it's a ground ball to short, taken care of there by Lenny Fado. And he's going to throw to first to get Money. And that'll retire the side. 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 error, and a sacrifice fly. Brewers already up 2-0 going into the bottom of the first. As John Haverly and Michael Peterson join us here at the Metrodome. Starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers in this game, Hall of Famer Don Sutton. He was beginning to get up there a little bit in years, I guess. Did not have his better year. 8 wins, 13 losses, a 4.08 ERA, and 83. But he gets the call tonight for the Brew Crew. Leading off for the Twins will be the center fielder, Darryl Brown, 272 average, 22 RBIs in 83. Clay Baseball fans joins us here at the Metrodome. Sutton, 2-2, strikeout 10. Called strike 3, got him. And that will be the first strikeout for Sutton. He had 134 of them in 83. Next batter is the second baseman, John Castino, 277 average, 11 homers, 57 RBIs that year. Sutton will go ahead and pitch. Sutton 1-6, strikeout 11, that will be high. Castino 6-4, and that is a fly ball to left. And Ben Ogilvy will get to it and put it away for out number 2. Next up, the left fielder, Gary Ward, a 278 average, 19 homers, 88 RBIs in 83. That is a good season. Sutton will deal. 4-4 at the park. Metrodome, 6-2, and it is a fly to right. Easy play there for Charlie Moore, and he will get to it and put it away for the out. 1-2-3 go the Twin Cities. 2-0 in favor of the Brew Crew after 1. Top of the second coming up. Coming on to bat for the Brewers will be the right fielder, Charlie Moore. He had a good year in 83. 284 average, 2 homers, 49 RBIs. I have no problem with those stats. Viola will deal, and that's a 3-3. It's a blank. Moore, 2-4, and he hits one into past the third baseman, and that's going to be a single. So Moore gets a base hit. Leadoff man for the Brewers. And that will bring up the second baseman, Jim Gantner. Why do I always feel that Jim Gantner was one of the more underrated Brewers? 282 average, 11 homers, 74 RBIs. I don't know about you, but he could play ball. More on at first. Strategy with 11 stolen bases. He'll stay put. Viola will deal. Viola, 4-1, strikeout. That will be high. Gantner, a 2-4. He hits one to center, but an easy play for Brown. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. Next batter is Molly. Molly walked his first time up. Moore stays at first. Viola, 1-1, error on a grounder. Molitor, 6-3. That's a fly out to center. That'll be handled there by Darryl Brown. And, of course, there won't be an error because it's not a grounder. It's a fly out, and that's 2 away. That'll bring up Yount. Yount is 0 for 1. Moore on it first. He'll stay there. Viola, 4-4. Error on a throw. Yount, a 2-6. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is once again hit to Castino. His error rating is a 3. This time he won't make an error. That's a 17. He's going to wind up throwing it to Lenny Fado at second base to force out Moore, and that's going to end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Brewers, a much better inning for Viola, and we go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Twins will be the first baseman, Kent Hrbek. I don't know about you, he belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. 297 average, 16 homers, 84 RBIs. Ken Hrbek was always a solid first baseman for the Twins. Sutton with the pitch. 5-4 at the park. Metrodome. 4-5. And that's a ground ball at the plate. And that's picked up by Ted Simmons. Simmons' error rating is a 9. And that's a 5. He's going to make a bad play. He's not going to get it. And Hrbek is going to be safe at first. That is going to be an error on Simmons. So he reaches on a need 2, and that's the first error on the Brewers. They also didn't have any errors in the game historically. So Herbeck gets the first on an error. Remember now, anytime a catcher comes up on the ballpark card, unless it's a range play, you have to roll for the catcher's error rating. That's one of the new rules. Next batter is the third baseman, Gary Gaetti. Always felt he was solid. 245 average, 21 homers, 78 RBIs. Let's see, Herbeck had 4 stolen bases and he won't get any here. Sutton, 6'6", range play. Gaetti, 5'6", against a righty. It's a ground ball to third. That ball was hit to Molitor. Molitor wasn't too bad. His range is a 3, and he's got it. Can he turn the double play? 3, 2, 3. Second base, Pivot Gantner, +1 is a 4. They got it. 2 outs. What a play there by Molitor. Gets to make a great range play, then throws to first, throws to second, and then on to first for 2 down. And now the right fielder, Tom Brunansky. He wasn't too bad. 227 average, 28 homers, 82 RBIs. Really didn't have much, couldn't really hit for contact, but he had power that year. Sutton, 4-4 at the park. Metrodome, 3-2, and that's hit to center field. And that's going to stay in there easily. Gorman Thomas will get to it, and he'll retire the side. And that will do it there. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and it's still 2-0 Brew Crew. Some people still think Herbeck is a cheater. I know something about that story. I don't know all of it, though, why he's considered a Herbeck as a cheater in Atlanta. I guess I was between that World Series, I guess. I don't know everything about that story, though. Not entirely sure. Let's see here. That's fine. Okay. Let's go to the top of the third. And leading off for the Brew Crew will be Cecil Cooper. He got a single his first time up. Viola will pitch. Viola, 4-3, strikeout. 15 will be too high. Cooper, 6-5, base hit. Hits one into center field. Cooper gets his second hit of the game. And now here's Simmons, who I'm not sure really belongs in the Hall of Fame. He walked his first time up. Cooper, he will stay put. Let's see here. 3-5, Viola, strikeout. 14 is high. Simmons, 2-5, and against the lefty, it's a base hit right past the pitcher. Cooper does have pretty decent speed, but he won't get to third on that, and he'll hold at second base. So already the Brewers already threatening here again in the third. Here comes Thomas. Thomas reached on an error his first time up, and nothing on the strat. Viola will go ahead and pitch. Viola, 4-4, error on a throw. Thomas, 6-4, and that's going to be an infield single. The question is there a throwing error? That's hit to short. That ball is hit to Lenny Fado. His error rating is an 11. That's a 3, and he's going to throw the ball away, and we're going to have a 2-base. It's going to be an extra base error. So Cooper comes around. He will score. Simmons goes to third. Thomas automatically makes second. 3-0 Brewers. Stadium groans. That goes as a single, and it will be an E6. And that is the second. That is the second error on the Twins. So they already have 2 errors and nobody out here on the top of the third. Next batter is Ogilvy. Dice Baseball Digest. Tony Porter joins us here at the Metrodome. Ogilvy is 0 for 1, but did get a sacrifice fly. They will call the infield in with the runner on at third. Strategy, nothing on the 3. Viola will go ahead and he will pitch. Viola, 6-1. Home run result. against the lefty. Ogilvy needs a 20. I don't think I need to go anymore. I don't think I go any more than that. I think Bob Uecker's ghost is helping out the Brewers in every way possible today. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Ben Ogilvy. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Three-run bomb by Ben Ogilvy, as Viola put it right over the plate, pitched him a meatball. Ogilvy turned that into lasagna, and the Brewers are up 6-0. And already Viola, he has not made the pull rating yet. It would be a 7, so he stays in there as I'm using the pull rating. But now it is 6-0 Brewers. Nobody out here on the top of the third still. It'll bring up money, 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 and money is 0 for 1. Viola will go ahead and pitch. Viola 3-4. That's a blank. Money 1-1, and that's flied to right. Easy play there for Brunansky to get the out. 1 down. Next up is Moore. Moore got a single his first time up. Viola 2-4. Against the righty, it's a walk plus 10, and Moore will walk easily. And that is the third walk given up by Viola. And here comes Gantner. Gantner is 0 for 1. Moore had 11 stolen bases. He will not get any here. Viola will pitch. 4-6. Strikeout 2. Called strike 3 on Gantner. Didn't strike out much against lefties, but that is a 2, and that is a 2. He got him. That's the first strikeout for Viola. He had 127 of them in 83. So the Brewers are batted around. Here's Molly. Actually, no, they haven't batted around yet. Molitor is the 8th batter. Molly is 0 for 1. He does have a walk. Moore on it first. Still rolling strategy. Nothing on the 19. Viola will pitch. 6-4 against the righty. It's a blank. Molitor 3-1. Single right past short, and that's a base hit. That is a base hit. Moore, he will hold at second base. Even with 2 outs, he has to hold. So Molly gets his first hit of the game. And now the 9th batter for the Brew Crew comes up. Here's the Yount. Yount is 0 for 2. Looks like we're out for another blowout, I'm afraid. I do apologize about that. Moore on at second, Molitor at first. Nothing happening on Strat. Viola, 6-3, strikeout, 15 is high. Yount, a 3-3, and that's flied to center field. And Brown is going to get to that. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, a 3-run bomb by Ben Ogilvy. We go to the bottom of the third. We'll see if the Twins can mount some sort of a comeback here. Leading off for the Twins will be their designated hitter, Randy Bush, 249 average, 11 homers, 56 RBIs. Sutton, 2-1, range play. Bush, 6-2. That's a grounder to second base. That is hit to Gantner. Gantner's range is a 4. And he's got it. Nice play by Gantner. Tosses it over for the out, 1 down. That'll bring up the catcher, Dave Engel. A 305 average, 8 homers, 43 RBIs. That's not too bad for a season. Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 1-3, error on a grounder. Engel, 4-3. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to short. Robin Yount's error rating is a 7. That's a 4. And he's going to cough it up, and it's going to be an error on Yount. So that's going to be an E6 on Yount. And that is the second error on the Brewers. So both teams tonight have 2 errors already, and we're only in the third. And the next batter is the shortstop, Lenny Fado. I know nothing about this guy. 277 average, a homer, and 18 RBIs. Only played about a third of the games for the Twins in 83. So runner on first, Engel on first base. Strategy coming, and he will stay put. Sutton will pitch to Fado. Sutton, 6-5. That's an automatic out. And it will be a fly to left. An easy play for Ogilvy, out number 2. 2 away. Here comes Brown. Brown is 0 for 1. Engel on it first. Is he going to do anything? No, he's not. He'll stay where he is. Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 3-5. That's a walk plus 10. He will walk Brown. So Sutton gives up a walk. And that is the first walk he's given up. He had 52 of them in 83. That's not bad for 220 innings pitched. Here comes Castino. Castino is 0 for 1. 2 outs here, bottom of the third. Brewers up 6-0. And nothing on the strat. Sutton, 1-3. Error on a grounder. Wow, lots of error ratings coming up. Castino, 5-2. And that's going to be a base hit to left field. That'll be a single. Left fielder for the Brewers is Ogilvy. His error rating is a 3. That's a 15. He is not going to make an error. So normal runner advancement. Engel, base runner 3 with 2 outs. A single to left, -1. And no, Engel will hold the third. So hit to left field, but a good throw in by Ogilvy keeps Engel on at third base. Still 2 outs. So now the bases are loaded and a big chance for Gary Ward. Ward is 0 for 1. 6-0 favor Brewers, but the Twins have a chance here to maybe get something. Sutton, he'll go ahead, a strategy roll, and nothing on the 11th. Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 4-1. That's a blank. Ward, 1-2, and he grounds it to short. Easy play there for Yount, and he's going to throw to second, covering to get Castino, and the Twins get nothing. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and a walk. The Twins had bases loaded, and they get nothing. They lose. Good day, sir. Top of the 4th. We're still leading here 6-0. Viola, he's still going to stay out there. And leading off for the Brew Crew will be Cecil Cooper. Cooper's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. So Viola will go ahead and pitch. Viola, 1-1, error on a grounder. Jeez, so many error ratings tonight. Cooper, 2-5. Nope, that's going to be a fly out to center. Easy play there for Brown. And he will get the catch, 2-1 out. Next up is Simmons. Simmons is 1 for 1, single and a walk. Viola, 3-4. That is a blank. Simmons, a 6-1. That's grounded to short. Fado has got to it. He'll take his time, toss it over for the out. And now here's Thomas. Thomas is 1 for 2. Got a base hit, reached on an error, and scored on an error. So Viola will now pitch to Thomas. Viola, 5-3, range play. Thomas, 2-1, ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Fado. His range is a 2, and he's not getting it. It'll be a base hit. So Thomas will get his second hit of the ball game, as Fado could not get to it. It'll bring up Ogilvy, who hit a bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 2. He has 4 of the 6 RBIs in this game. 2 men down here, top of the 4th, 6-0 Brew Crew. Strategy rolls are still going on. and Thomas will stay at first. Viola will pitch. 3-5, strikeout 11. No, that just missed. Ogilvy, 6-5. It's a single into center field. Thomas with 2 outs, base runner 5. Let's see, single to center, a 1-5. He gets the third. That's a 6. Uh-oh. Thomas running around first. Center fielder Brown, though, has a +2 arm. So a 1 or a 2, there could be a play. No, Thomas puts on the brakes and heads back to second. A nice throw there by Darryl Brown in center field. Let's see here. Actually, it's a +1 arm. Why do I have it at +2? +1. I'll fix that in a second. But he'll hold at second base. So now runners at first and second for money. Thomas on at second, Ogilvy on at first. Viola trying to stay out there. Money is 0 for 2. Strategy roll, nothing on the 5. Viola will pitch. Viola, 4-5, strikeout 6, swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. Second strikeout for Viola, no runs, 2 hits. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Actually, that was what? Brown is a +1, right? So let me see here. It should have been -1, +2, +1. Yeah, all right. Timeout, as I got to fix the card here because the card is wrong. Brown's in center field for the Twins. He's a +1. So he's -1, +2, +1 is what he is. +2, +1. 3, 1, 2. And where are we? Bottom of the 4th. Sutton gets back on the mound. And leading off for the Twins will be Kent Hrbek. Hrbek reached on an error his first time up. Jeremy Brooks joins us here at the Metrodome. Sutton will deal. Sutton, 4-3, blank. Hrbek, 2-2, double into left field. Hrbek leads off with a big bang, and that will bounce off the hefty bag out there, and Hrbek will go ahead and start with a double. Leadoff double for him. It'll bring up Gaetti. Gaetti is 0 for 1. Bottom of the 4th inning, 6-0 Brewers. Strategy roll. Hrbek stays where he is. Sutton, 5-2, strikeout, no. Gaetti, 1-1. That is a ground ball to short, picked up there by Yount. Throws to first for the out, and Hrbek will stay at second base. Round out to short. Next batter is Brunansky. Brunansky's 0 for 1. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 3. Hrbek stays put. The fans here at HHH hoping that maybe the Twins can make this a game. Sutton, 5-2, strikeout 10. Yep, swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the second strikeout for Sutton. 2 down. A chance now for Bush. Bush is 0 for 1. Hrbek on at second. Strategy. He stays there. Sutton, 4-2. That's a blank. Bush, a 2-5, and that's lifted to left. But an easy play for Ogilvy and an easy inning for Sutton. No runs and a hit for the Twins. 6-0 Brewers after 4. Cutter Historical joins us here at the Metrodome. Was the Brewers matchup on purpose because of Euchre? No, the Brewers matchup was scheduled. My schedule blocks, okay, my first and second schedule blocks, Cutter, are always pre-scheduled. They're always pre-scheduled. Okay, it's the third schedule blocks and later is when I start choosing games on the fly. But I still try to get okay. But then again, of course, starting the third schedule block is when I remove the teams that are no longer in the postseason, that look like they're not in the postseason hunt. Top of the fifth, and Charlie Moore leads off from Milwaukee, and he is 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Yes, it's just coincidence. It's just meant to be. Viola, 6-5, blank. Moore, 1-4, ground out to short. Fado's got that, and over to first it goes. Here's Gantner. Gantner is 0 for 2. Viola, 1-1, error on a grounder. Gantner, 4-1. And nope, that's going to be a fly out to right. And Brunansky will make that play for out number 2. So Viola has calmed down a little bit. Next up is Molly. Molly is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Viola, Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at the Metrodome. Viola will pitch. Viola, 4-3, strikeout 10, that is high. Molitor, 4-6, and he hits one into right field, but again, an easy play for Brunansky. And that is the first time this game that Frank Viola has set the Brew Crew down in order. 1, 2, 3 go the Brewers, bottom of the fifth coming up. Dave Engel leads off for Minnesota. He reached on an error his first time up. Each team has 2 errors in this game. Sutton with the pitch. Sutton, 4-1. It's a blank. Engel, 2-2. And that is a grounder to second base. An easy play for Gantner. And he'll toss it over. It'll bring up Fado. Fado is 0 for 1. Sutton, he will pitch. 2-6, home run chance. Righty, 1-10. The 3 is good. Against a righty, Fado needs a 3. Does he go ahead and put the Twins on the board? Oh, that is a 4. He just missed it. He only had 1 home run that year. 5-5. Instead, he hits a deep fly ball to center field. Going back for that is Thomas. He's at the track. He's at the bag, the hefty bag. He'll make the catch, out number 2. Fado gave that a ride, but just couldn't clear it out. Next batter is Brown. Brown is 0 for 1 with a walk. Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 3-1, strikeout 9, swing and a miss, steer, right out, and the inning is done. That is the 3rd K for Sutton, and tonight, in 1983, Sutton had a 4.08 ERA. Tonight, Don Sutton is pitching like the Hall of Famer he is. 6-0 Brew Crew after 5. I totally agree. Move the Astros back to the National League and move the Brewers back to the American League. I totally agree with that. Let's see. Frank Viola is tired. He is tired, actually. He can pitch to 28 batters. He has done that. I would like to see if he can get one. We're only in the 6th inning. I would like to see if he can get one more inning. So I'm going to let Viola. Will I let him pitch here? Yeah, I'm going to let him pitch. Frank Viola is tired, but he will stay on the mound at least for this inning. Leading off for the Brewers is Robin Yount, and he is 0 for 3. 6-0 Brewers, top of the 6th. Viola, 3-4. It's a blank. Yount, 5-6, and against a lefty, that's going to be a grounder to first. Herbeck will take it himself to the bag, 1 out. Next up is Cooper. Cooper's 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. Viola with the deal. 1-4. That's a base hit for for Cooper. It goes right past the pitcher, and that's going to get Viola out of there. That's a fatigue result. Third hit of the game by Cooper, and that will be all for Frank Viola as he will leave the game, as they've seen enough. He will leave with the L, and the Twins will bring in a new pitcher. Ted Simmons, the next batter for the Brewers. And let's see. I think they're going to go. They're down 6-0. So I got carte blanche is who I want to bring on to pitch for the Twins. Not many lefties in the bullpen. But down 6-0. A lot of lefties in the bullpen. I think in this case, a 6-0 lead. We'll go with Guy. Coming on to pitch for the Twins is going to be Pete Filson. 4 wins, a loss, a save, a 3.40 ERA. Filson will be the second Twins pitcher. So here comes Pete Filson to go up against Simmons. 1 out, top of the 6th. Strategy rolls are off. Filson, 2-2. Home run result against the lefty. Simmons needs a 6. That's a 3. And the first thing I do is I bring in a relief pitcher, and Ted Simmons goes ahead and cranks 1 out. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. The ghost of Bob Uecker gets that ball and puts it over the wall. It's gone. Home run, Ted Simmons. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Ted Simmons, Pete Filson just put it right over the plate. He pitched Simmons a grapefruit. He turns that into fruit salad. And it is now 8-0 in favor of the Brewers. And the Brewers did have 8 runs in this game historically. So right now, Inside Pitch says, yeah, this is that kind of game. Next batter is Thomas. Thomas is 2 for 3, 2 singles, and reached on a couple of errors. So 1 out here in the top of the 6th, but now an 8-0 game here. I'm sure Uecker has a seat in the front row for this. Filson, let's see. Filson will pitch. Filson, 6-4, strikeout 14. That will miss. Thomas, 6-3, and it's grounded to short. Fado's got it, tosses it over for out number 2. And now Ogilvy. Ogilvy is 2 for 3. He's got a 3-run bomb and a single and a sacrifice fly. He's got 4 of the 8. He has 4 of the 8 there. Nah, not a game of the year candidate. Filson with the pitch. 4-3, walk. Ball 4. Yep, he walks him. He will walk Ogilvy on that. First walk of the game for Filson. He had 29 of them in 83. And the batter now is Money. Money is 0 for 3, though. 2 outs. Ogilvy on it first. Filson, 2-6. It's a blank. Money, a 2-6. And that's ground ball to second base. Castino will get to that. He'll throw it over to first and end the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, and a walk. A 2-run bomb by Ted Simmons. Still don't really think he's a Hall of Famer, but I'm kind of on the fence about it, but it doesn't matter. 8-0 Brew Crew. Bottom of the 6th coming up. John Castino leads off for the Twin Cities. He is 1 for 2. He's got a single. Don Sutton pitching a 2-hitter here. Sutton, 2-2, strikeout 4. Got him, struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Sutton. He must have Bob Uecker helping him pitch on the mound. Here comes Ward. Ward is 0 for 2. I guess Sutton is doing this for the Uke. Sutton, 2-4, strikeout 10. That just missed. Ward, a 5-3, and it popped out to third. Molitor is going to get this in fair territory. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And now Herbeck Herbeck is 1 for 2, doubled and reached on an error. Sutton, he'll go ahead and pitch. Sutton, 3-6, that's a blank. Herbeck, 5-5, and that's fly to center field. An easy play there for Thomas. And he's got it. And that will do it. 3 up and 3 down, 8-0 in favor of the Brew Crew, as they are on a mission tonight. I'm pretty sure they're doing it for Bob Uecker. May he rest in peace. I've had a lot of complete games here so far in this 83 season, Brian B. I remember saying at one point, I think one of Baseball Demos' games, that you don't get many complete games out of Inside Pitch. I hate to say this, I have been proving you wrong this entire season. We go to the top of the 7th, and Charlie Moore leads off for the Brew Crew. He's 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Filson will pitch. No, you seem to have a fair share of complete games. Yeah, I see. Well, sometimes it depends also on the batters, but actually, Brian B is right. Actually, Brian B is right. It's easier to get a complete game in the American League, not in the National League. And yes, Brian B actually happens to be right about that. He's actually right. Filson, 3-1, strikeout, no. Moore, a 3-6, and Moore hits one into left field. That's going to bounce off the hefty bag out there. Moore's going to have a double. So the Brewers are not done yet. Leadoff double for Moore. The next batter is Gantner. Gantner is 0 for 3, looking to join the hit parade. Moore on at second. Strategy rolls are off. Filson, 2-5. That's at the park. Metrodome, 3-5. That's a ground ball to first. That's going to be an easy play for Herbeck. Moore easily gets the third on the out. Top of the order, here's Molly. Molly is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Moore on at third. The Twins are going to call the infield in. Still trying to be competitive here. Filson will pitch. Double switch. This channel don't need no stinking double switches. Filson, 1-3, strikeout 6, just missed. Molitor, 2-2, and against the lefty, he grounds it to first. Moore is going to stay put, and that'll be an easy play by Herbeck to get the out, 2 down. They're not going to send Moore. And now the batter is Yount. Yount is 0 for 4. He's looking to join the hit parade here. So Robin Yount having a tough night. 2 outs. Filson will pitch. Filson, 3-6, walk plus 10. He'll walk him. First walk given up by Filson. He gave up 29 of them in 83. It'll now bring up Cooper. Filson not tired yet, but if he gives up a run, he's definitely being yanked. So Filson trying to get the final out of this inning. Moore on at third, Yount on at first. 8-0 in favor of the Brew Crew. And Filson will deal. Filson, 6-5. Range play at the park. Metrodome, 4-5. That's a ground ball at the plate. Grounded to the catcher. That's picked up by Dave Engel. His range is a 3. And since it's a range play, you do not roll for an error for the catcher on this one. But it is a range play, though. His range is a 3. He's got it. Nice play by Engel. He's going to get up there, grab it quickly, throws to first to go ahead and get Cooper, and that will do the inning. No runs, 1 hit, a walk. But that is all the Brewers will get. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we've got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night. It will be May the 4th be with you. And that's our next game, May 4th of 1983. Star Wars night, if you wish. And we're going to take a little trip a little further east to Fenway Park as we get our first look at these two teams. It will be the Oakland Athletics taking on the Boston Red Sox. Rick Langford will be going for the Athletics, and Bruce Hurst will be going for the Red Sox. That'll be tomorrow's game on May 4th. The Athletics, or I should say the team formerly known as the Oakland Athletics, now just known as the Athletics, but it'll be Oakland at Boston, Rick Langford at Bruce Hurst. That will be tomorrow night's game on Inside Pitch. We go to the bottom of the 7th here, and let's see, leading off for the Twins will be Gary Gaetti. He is 0 for 2. Sutton still has plenty left in the tank. He may be looking to go the distance unless he can't go. Bottom of the 7th, 8-0 Brewers. Sutton, 6-2, blank. Gaetti, 2-2, base hit. Gaetti hits one in past short, and the Twins have a leadoff man. Here comes the rally. Next batter is Brunansky. He is 0 for 2. Strategy rolls are off. Sutton, a 4-5, strikeout 11. Cold strike 3 on Brunansky. He got him. 5th K for Sutton, 1 down. It'll bring up Bush. Bush is 0 for 2. Gaetti still on it first. The Twins have not gotten, I think the Twins only had one man at third base, and that was it. Sutton, 4-1, it's a blank. Bush, 3-3. That's a line drive to third. That's caught for out number 1. And no way, and Gaetti automatically gets back to first, so 2 down. No chance of a double play there. As a line out to third, and Gaetti easily gets back to first. Here's 2 outs for Engel. And Engel is 0 for 2, but he reached on an error. I love 1978 baseball. You know me as being a Mets fan, you know I can't stand the Yankees, but the 1978 Yankees is my favorite Yankee team. So Gaetti on it first, 2 outs here. Sutton, 6-1, strikeout 6, swing and a miss, strikeout, and Sutton gets his 6th K. And that does the inning. No runs a hit. The Brewers are hitting, and Sutton is pitching. And right now, the Twins just can't figure it out. 8-0 Brew Crew after 7. Top of the 8th. And leading off for the Brewers is going to be Ted Simmons. Filson coming out of the game. Twins are going to go to the bullpen. And let's see if they're going to go with here. And coming on to pitch for the Twins is going to be Albert Williams. 11 wins, 14 losses, save, a 4.14 ERA. They're going to let him pitch. It's an 8-0 lead. He's usually a starter, but he's in the bullpen for this one. So Albert Williams will be the third Twins pitcher. Williams will go ahead and pitch to Simmons. Simmons is 2 for 3, a bomb and a single. Williams with the pitch. 3-1. That's a walk plus 10. And, of course, the first thing my relief pitcher does is walk the first batter. So first walk for Williams, he had 62 of them in 83. And the next batter is Thomas. Thomas is 2 for 4, 2 singles. Reached on a couple of errors. Simmons on it first. Williams, 1-5, range play. Thomas, 5-6. That's a power hit to center field. That's a 20. That's going to be too high. So now it's just a fly ball to center field. It's a range play for Darryl Brown. And he stunk. His range is a 1. And that's a 2. And that's going to be a base hit to center. Simmons, base runner 2. A single to center, -1. And he will make third. Thomas trying for second, and he will get there. Single turns into a double as Simmons will go ahead and make it to third base. And that'll be a double for Thomas, as I guess Darryl Brown wasn't paying attention and decided to throw the ball in a little slow, and Thomas immediately gets to second base. So now runners at second and third, nobody out. Here's Ogilvy, infield coming in. Ogilvy, 2 for 3, a bomb, a single, and a sacrifice fly and a walk. I'm sorry, he's 2 for 2. No, 2 for 3. Simmons on at third, Thomas on at second. The Brewers looking to put a more hurt on the Twins. Williams, 5-2 against the lefty. It's a blank. Ogilvy, 5-5, single into left field. It's a base hit. Simmons will score. Thomas, base runner 4. A single to left. A 1-4, he'll score, and he will. Thomas comes in to score. Simmons will score. Ben Ogilvy, 2 RBI single. 10-0 Brewers. Stadium groans. Ben Ogilvy has 6 of the 10 RBIs for the Brewers in this game. They are just all over here. And no matter what the Twins do, it looks like just nothing matters. Money is the batter. Williams has already reached his pull rating, but I don't think a 10-0 lead now in this case. I'm not going to pull. I'm going to let him pitch. Williams will pitch to Money. Money is 0 for 4. 3-6, wild pitch. It's a blank. Money, 1-4. That's a grounder to short. 4-4. 4-4-5. Second base pivot Castino 0, 1-5. They'll get the double play. 2 outs. So 6-4-3 double play. As everybody else on the Brewers is having a good night, but not Money. He's 0 for 5. It'll bring up Moore. Moore is 2 for 3, a single and a double. Williams will pitch. 2-4, strikeout, no. Moore, 1-6, and he flies out to center field. Darryl Brown will get to that one, and he will make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, and a walk. And the Brewers have a 10-0 lead on the Twins in this game. And if you want to say that this is a tribute game for Bob Uecker, I guess you can safely say that now. David Vega joins us here at the Metrodome. Lenny Fado leads off for the Twins in the bottom of the 8th. He's 0 for 2. Don Sutton pitching like a Hall of Famer. Sutton will pitch. 6-6, range play. Fado, 3-2. And that is a grounder to short, a range play for Robin Yount. His range is a 3. He's not getting that one. That'll be a base hit. Fado will get a single. And the Twins have the leadoff man on. Here is Brown. Brown is 0 for 2 with a walk. So Fado on at first. I should say there's nobody out in the inning. Sutton will pitch. 6-5. That's an automatic out. And it's going to be a grounder to second base. 3-2-3. Shortstop pivot. Yount -1 is a 2. They won't get the double play, but they will get the fielder's choice. 1 out. Next up is Castino. Castino 1 for 3. Brown on it first. Sutton still got a little bit left in the tank. Sutton will pitch. 3-1. Strikeout. 15 will miss. Castino, a 6-5. That's a line out right to short. That's out number 2. And Brown will be out on a 1. Nope, they'll get back to first, 2 outs. Line drive to short, but Yount decides not to do anything with it. He'll hold on to it and let Brown get back the first 2 away. And now here's Ward. Ward is 0 for 3. Brown on it first. Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 4-1, blank. Ward, 6-2, base hit, right past short. Brown's going to have the speed. He'll get to third. Brown makes it to third base as Ward gets a hit. And now runners in the corners with 2 outs. Don Sutton is now tired, but he says, let me pitch. Let me do it for Bob. It'll bring up Herbeck. Herbeck is 1 for 3, a double and reached on an error. So 2 outs here. Don Sutton now trying to go ahead and keep the game, keep it where it is. He'd like to get the shutout in the game. We'll find out. Sutton will pitch. 2-6. Home run chance. Lefty. 1-7. The 5 is good. Against the righty, Herbeck needs an 11. Does he put the Twins on the board? No. Herbeck, 5-6. But he does. It's a base hit to center field. Brown will come in to score. Let's see, 2 outs. Ward, base runner 5. A single to center, -1. And Ward will get to third. Herbeck gets the Twins on the board. It's 10-1. Stadium cheers. Yay. RBI single by Herbeck. And now it's a 10-1 ball game. Next batter is Gaetti. Sutton says, let me stay out here until I get tired. Well, I am, but let me get fatigued. Gaetti is 1 for 3. So now it's a 10-1 ball game. Are the Twins going to make some sort of a run? Sutton will pitch. Sutton, 1-5. And that's going to be it for Sutton. It's a fatigue result. Base hit right past the pitcher into the outfield. Ward will come in to score. Herbeck, let's see. Base runner 3. Base runner 3 with 2 outs. It becomes a 4. He'll get to third. Gaetti gets to first. It's 10-2, and that will do it for Sutton. But a very good job by him. And that will get Don Sutton out of the game. Still 2 outs, but now a 10-2 ball game. Next batter for the Twins is Brunansky. And let's see who the Brewers are going to bring on to pitch. And they're going to go with... The bullpen is not bad. Coming on to pitch for the Brewers is going to be Jim Slayton. Boy, that name rings a few bells. 14 wins, 6 losses, 5 saves, a 4.33 ERA. Slayton going to come in here to eat up some innings. So the Brewers will send up Jim Slayton to the mound right now. So he'll go up against Brunansky. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, now a 10-2 ball game. Strategy rolls, of course, are still off. Slayton will pitch. Slayton, 3-1. That's at the park. Metrodome, 1-5. And it's a pop fly ball behind the plate. It's a pop out to Simmons. Once again, Simmons has an error rating of 9. That's a 14. He'll make the catch in foul territory and retire the side. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Twins. It's 10-2 now after 8. Top of the ninth. Let's see. Leading off for the Brewers is going to be Jim Gantner. Albert Williams is going to be yanked. The Twins are going to go to a new pitcher here. And they're going to go ahead and bring out, coming on to pitch for the Twins, is going to be Len Whitehouse. 7 wins, 1 loss, 2 saves, a 4.15 ERA. Whitehouse is there really just to eat up an inning. So Len Whitehouse comes on for the Twins. Jim Gantner leads off for the Brewers. Top of the ninth, 10-2 Brew Crew. Whitehouse, 4-5, strikeout 9. That will miss. Gantner, 3-6, and he leads off with a base hit, of course. So Gantner leads off with a single, and he'll trot to first. And now the batter is Molitor. Molitor is 1 for 4, a single and a walk. Gantner on first, Whitehouse with the pitch. Whitehouse, 2-4, range play. Molitor, 2-2 against the lefty. It's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Herbeck. His range is a 3. He's got it. Will he turn the double play? 2-4-4. Shortstop pivot Fado 0. They got the double play. 2 outs. 3-6-3. Nice play by Herbeck to help turn the 2. And now the batter is Yount. Yount is 0 for 4 with a walk. He has yet to join the hit parade. So now 2 outs for Whitehouse to pitch to Yount. Whitehouse, 4-4, strikeout 6, called strike 3 on Yount, inning over. So it looked a little bit interesting for Whitehouse. Whitehouse had 44 Ks in 83. He gets one here. No runs and a hit for the Brewers. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. But will we see some ninth inning magic? I'm pretty sure Bob Uecker, as he rests in peace today, would not like to see any ninth inning magic, as his Brewers are up 10-2 here in the bottom of the ninth. Leading off for the Twins will be Randy Bush, and he is 0 for 3. Slayton will stay out there. He'll pitch. Slayton, 2-4. Walk plus 10. He walks Bush. So Slayton gives up a leadoff walk. The next batter is Engel. Engel will bat. He is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. Bush on it first. Slayton will deal. Slayton, 6-6 against the righty. It's a blank. Engel, 6-5. That is a ground ball to short. 3-4-5. Second base, pivot, Gantner, +1, 1-5, double play, 2 outs. Six-4-3 double play, and now 2 away. I made a rhyme. And the last chance for the Twins will be Lenny Fado, and he is going to bat. He's 1 for 3. Slayton trying to get he would not, I don't think he gets a hold here. He gave up 2. Well, actually, no, he would get a hold because of the runs are given up by, or no, actually, he would get the hold. Yeah, no, he wouldn't. He gave up a couple runs. Slayton will go ahead and pitch to Fado. 10-2, bottom of the ninth. The fans that are left here at the Metrodome hoping the Twins can still do something with this. Slayton, 5-5 against the righty. It's a home run result, but the 15 is too high. Fado, 3-3. He hits a deep fly ball to right field. Going back for that is Charlie Moore. He is at the track. He's at the hefty bag. He's got plenty of room. Takes a couple of steps forward. Puts out his glove. Block. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Brewers will go ahead and spank the Twins in honor of Bob Uecker. 10-2 tonight. Stadium groans. Nothing across except a walk as the Minnesota Twins pretty much wimp out tonight in this game. They really had nothing for Don Sutton, but the Brewers launched all the balls out tonight, and they get it all done. So a nice win for the Brewers here. And tonight's game, final line score coming up. For the Brewers, 10 runs on 15 hits and 2 errors. For the Twins, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Don Sutton. He almost went the distance, but he'll take the win. Frank Viola gets the loss. No hold for Slayton because, unfortunately, a couple of runs came in on him. So that'll do it for tonight's game. As the Brewers, they will go to 12-8, and the Twins drop to 11-12. But we are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. Rest in peace, Bob Uecker. Your Brewers went ahead and got it done tonight in your honor. I'm pretty sure Bob Uecker is sitting. I finally get the front row. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. Now, for those of you who are looking at the 10-minute ticker and looking at the dice, I have decided to try to speed up things a little bit in the ticker. The two, as you know, the black dice, the large black die, the black dice are for the visiting team, the white dice are for the home team. And of course, the bigger dice, are the 10s, and the smaller dice are the 1s. I have now added, I'm going to try this tonight and see how it works, a red and a blue die. The red die is going to be the visiting team. The blue die is going to be the home team. I will only read these dice when it comes to extra innings. So maybe I can speed up the ticker just a little bit in case of lots of extra innings sometimes. So that means all I have to do is just read the dice and just turn the page over and read it. We'll see how it works, though. It's a test. 10-2, Milwaukee beats Minnesota. Let's go to May 1st. Boston and California. Red Sox 22-31, and that's 5. Angels 15-63, that is 8. A win for the Halos. Cleveland at Kansas City. Indians 14-23, and that's 3. Royals 10-13, and that is 1. That's a win for the Tribe. Detroit at Oakland in a doubleheader. Detroit 16-43, and that is 5. Athletics 24-41, that's 6. Game 1 goes to the Athletics. Game 2, Detroit 12-41, and that is 5. Athletics 9-21, and that is 2, and they'll split the twin bill. Baltimore at Seattle. Orioles 18-12, and that is only 1. Wow. Mariners 132, and that is 2. Geez, the Orioles not getting rolls there. That's a win for the M's. Yankees and the Rangers. Yankees 9-14, that's 1. Rangers 4-14, that's 1. Extra innings. The Yankees rolled a 2, plus 1 is 3. Rangers roll a 4, minus 4 is 0. It's a win for the Yankees. Dodgers and the Cubs. I'm sorry, wrong. I want to say Dodgers and the Cubs. White Sox and the Blue Jays. White Sox 865, that is 8. Blue Jays 1065, that is 9. And the Blue Jays get the win. Now the Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers 854, and that's 6. Cubs 924, that's 3, a win for the Dodgers. Reds and the Expos in a doubleheader. Game 1. Reds 655, and that is 5. Expos 12-13, that is 1. The Reds take the first game. Reds 1662, and that is 8. Expos 452, and that is 4. And the Reds, and both those games belong to the Reds. Braves and the Mets. My Mets are 10-7 after the month of April. Don't ask me how. Atlanta 10-65, that is 9. Mets 4-15, and that is 1. And the Braves will get that win. As I said, that's not going to last long. Astros and the Phillies. Astros 8-15, that is 2. Phillies 9-12, and that is 1. A win for the Astros. Giants and the Cardinals. Giants 10-55, that's 6. Cardinals 10-16, that's 2. And a win for the G-Men. On to May 2nd. Milwaukee at the White Sox. Brewers 9-34, and that's 4. White Sox 8-64, and that is 7. That's a win for the White Sox. Yankees and the Royals. Yankees 10-26, that is 3. Royals 15-46, and 6 runs. It's a win for the Royals. Rangers and the Blue Jays. Rangers 8-66, that's 9. Blue Jays 12-53 at 6, a win for the Rangers. They're actually playing pretty well. Pirates and the Dodgers. Pirates 5-13, that is 1. Dodgers 4-44, and that's 4. A win for the Dodgers. Astros and the Mets. Astros 9-43, and that's 4. Mets 122, and that's 1. And no happy recap there. So the Mets, as I said, that's not going to last long. That Mets team in 83 was horrible. Reds and the Phillies. Reds 13-23, and 3 runs. Phillies 15-43, and that is 5 runs. That's a win for the Phils. May 3rd, California at Baltimore. Angels 7-46, 5 runs. Orioles 12-66, 10 runs. That's a win for the O's. Oakland at Boston. We have these two tomorrow night. Athletics 18-55, that is 8. Red Sox 11-13, that's 1. It's a win for the A's. Milwaukee and the White Sox. Brewers 6-41 and 4 runs. White Sox 15-16, 3 runs. That's a win for the Brew Crew. Yankees and the Royals. Yankees 11-14, that's 2. Royals 16-33, that's 4. And the Yankees had a rough night tonight. Cleveland at Minnesota. Indians 13-52 and 6 runs. Twins 11-35, 4 runs. The Tribe get a win. Detroit at Seattle. Tigers 10-34, and that's 4. Mariners 3-21 and 1 run. It's a win for the Tigers. Rangers and the Blue Jays. Rangers 11-31, 3 runs. Blue Jays 15-12, 1 run. A win for the Rangers. Pirates and the Dodgers. Pirates 2-46, that's 4. Dodgers 18-61, and that is 8. And that's a win for the Dodgers. Atlanta and the Expos. Braves 16-33, and that is 4. Expos 1141, and that is also 4. They go to extras. Braves roll to Atlanta. 3 minus 4 is -1. Expos roll a 2. -2 is 0. And the Expos actually win the game. Astros and the Mets. Can the Mets get one happy recap tonight? Astros 1124, and that is 3. Mets 464, and that is 7. And yes, my Mets will get one happy recap. Reds and the Phillies. Reds 1136, and that's 4. Phillies 1556, and that's 7. It's a win for the Fightin' Phils. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals 744, 4 runs. Padres 1254, and that's 6 runs, a win for the Friars. Cubs and the Giants. Cubs 1234, and that's 4. Giants 1265, that is 9, and that is a win for the G-Men. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be May the 4th be with you. Star Wars night, I'll call it that. The Oakland Athletics will take on the Boston Red Sox from Fenway Park. Rick Langford will be going for the Athletics, and Bruce Hurst will be going for the Red Sox. Good matchup, I believe, tomorrow night. We'll see it here. Oakland at Boston. Langford versus Hurst. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the darn bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Milwaukee Brewers do it for Bob Uecker. May he rest in peace as they go ahead and separate the Twin Cities 10-2. See you guys tomorrow night.